What's going on, guys? Welcome to a live rendition of the Comic Talk over at twitch.tv/therecanbeonly. Vaughn decided to record this because we're already live streaming for the night, as we do every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That blub is going to go into the video over on YouTube. However, with that being said, I figured this is the best time to do a little recap of the convention that we set up at this past weekend out in Roanoke, Virginia, the Big Lick Comic-Con. They do 2 shows a year at the Roanoke location, and they also do a show in Nova, Northern Virginia, which is what we set up at this past April, which was a pretty good show for us. So we're thinking, based on some of the vendors that were there at the Nova show, they told us, hey, the Roanoke show does really, really well because it's in the middle of nowhere. It's a black hole out there. There's nothing to do, by the way, in Roanoke, Virginia, unless you love camping in the outdoors. So a lot of people don't, there's not pop culture stores. There's not comic book shops in the vicinity. You have to kind of go way out your way to get to your nearest comic book store. So whenever a Comic-Con comes through, people get excited, right? Unfortunately, that didn't happen for us, at least for the comic side of things. We sold a lot of pops, we sold a lot of D&D books, our trading cards were a hit. However, the comics just weren't quite hitting with the people that were coming around looking for specific things. Hellboy, Godzilla, Ghostbusters. Someone was asking for Death Note stuff. Just stuff that I didn't have, that I didn't bring, you know, and of course, Silver Age things. So it was rough. The show itself, the convention center, is a massive convention hall. However, they in the fall or late summer fall, they set up 2 sections of this big convention hall called the Berglund Center. What happens is that the main convention hall is filled, and then the area on the backside where they do basketball games and hockey games in the fall was opened up to put more vendors and booths out. They even added, to make sure that foot traffic got to that section, the stage where the cosplay contest was going to happen, and for panels with the celebrities. You would think that adding that over there would entice people to travel over to that side. However, the committee that was running it, even though they advertised it and said it on the speaker several times, they only did it like at the very beginning of the show when maybe only a few people were inside the building. They should have like sporadically, like every hour, remind people, hey, go check out the other hall. There's more vendors over there, more booths, a lot more pop culture stuff. So the foot traffic, I would say, was 65-35, honestly. A lot of people stayed in the main hall, never even made it over to our section. And when they finally did, they were like, whoa, nobody told us that you guys were over here, and that, yo, you're like one of the only, you and some other vendor are the only ones doing dollar books. Man, we blew it out. We brought like 80 boxes of dollar books. So the people that were hunting, they stayed there. I had one guy fill up 2 short boxes. We did a deal for him. I think it was like, I gave $75 for both boxes, you know. It was like, hey, get this out of here. We don't want to come home with any of this stuff. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We were only able to condense about 8-9 boxes. So we were hoping for at least 20 something. Not a lot of people were digging. So we're going to recalibrate, figure out what we want to do going forward, what shows we need to hit, how we want to, you know, refine the collection, get things listed online. The best thing, as we always do, glass half full, right? We got to be optimistic. We networked, right? People that came through that weren't looking, that couldn't find the stuff that they were looking for, still took a card. You know, I told them, hey, we're still going to be adding stuff online every week. Be on the lookout for new stuff. Spread the word, please. We'd love to have new clientele. If you know anyone that's selling collections, we'd be happy to buy. We do consignments. And we had some other vendors also give us some of their flyers for shows coming up in Virginia, in North Carolina, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. So that helped, right? The networking part is always going to be the best part of it. So we met some good people, and hopefully we can continue from there and continue meeting more and more people and up in the business. That's about as best I could say. Overall, though, not really, more frustrated, not happy about, you know, what took place, and just 10 hours of driving for what? You know what I mean? When I felt I could have made the same, I've made the same amount of money selling one weekend at the flea market here, you know, and it's unfortunate. So that being said, I did pick up a few things. Most of it was like trade, so that I could add stuff to my personal collection. A couple of these things are for clients or going into the PC, or excuse me, the boxes for trade shows to sell there, because I think they were going to do well. We had deals where I bought 5 books for $40, and then I got like 2 thrown in for free, something like that. So show you guys what we got. So we got these convention exclusives. I've been on the hunt for these for a while. Again, these are just foils that they gave out at like C2E2, New York Comic Con. They're about like $25 to $30, depending on what they are, and it's just a normal cover. Hey, background voice. Yeah, I have attended Dragon Con 3 times in 2010, 2011, and 2012. So Georgia's a little too far for me here in Maryland to go down there, especially with the whole U-Haul. And I don't think we're quite big enough. I've only been doing this for about going on almost 2 years now. So we have to do like the smaller shows and work our way up before we can even think about big ones like Heroes Con, Baltimore Comic Con, New York, C2E2, Terrificon, MegaCon, Dragon Con, you know, all those awesome ones there. These I'm really happy to have. I've been hunting for these forever because they're art germs, right? Catwoman issue number 3. This is a foil exclusive convention. Again, this is just the normal is just the art germ cover B variant, cardstock variant, but the foil ones are always kind of difficult to find because they only give them out at the conventions. So issue 13 art germ and a issue 15 art germ. Next up, these two were free for doing the deal because he saw that I liked some. I bought some Ivan Tao books, but Ivan Tao's hit or miss. You know, it depends on what he's drawing that I enjoy. So this is a connecting cover for We Live Age of Paladins. I don't know how to say that, but this is out of 300, so this is issue 93 on each side, connecting covers out of 300 for We Live Volume 2. Otakon doesn't work for us, Genie, because it is anime eccentric. So yeah, sure, we could bring Pops, the Magic, and the Pokemon cards would work, but they're not very big comic book vendors that set up. I'm not saying that they don't. They do. They don't do very well. I can absolutely bring a bunch of anime-eccentric comics, but I just don't have enough to make it worthwhile. So we would be paying for the vendor space and probably just making our money back. Do you know what I mean? So some David Nakayama goodness. I was trying to buy this for my client, but then I noticed it was foil. So we're keeping that one for myself. And besides, he actually has that one anyway. Not the foil one, but once he has it, he's not really a stickler to care whether it's the trade dress version or even if they do a foil. So this was the Ivan Tao that I was looking at that I bought. Goddess of Death. At first I thought it was a Jeff the Call cover, but it's definitely Ivan Tao. So we picked it up. We also got this awesome Jenny Frizen 1 in 50, I believe, for Something Is Killing the Children, issue number 11. She did the normal beat cover for this, but this was the obviously the black and white version there. This is for the client, some Nakayama, Polaris, Color Bleed. So we'll give that over to him. Catwoman, the foil David Nakayama, didn't have this one, so added it for myself. We got some J. Scott Campbell goodness, Battle Chasers issue number 10. I missed this one in FOC for some reason, so pick that goodie up. And then last but not least, from this vendor, we bought an Archerm Virgin variant of Johnny Storm because I just didn't have it. So adding that Archerm, baby. All right, next up is a couple books that we traded for with another vendor. So I was happy to do a trade as opposed to, you know, he also wasn't making very much money. And even though he wanted to buy books, he offered the trade first. So I was like, sure, you know what? It seems like you want some books here, but don't want to like spend the money that the little that you made. So I absolutely understand. So what we did pick up is Adventure Comics, first appearance of Black Orchid, issue 428, and we also picked up the second appearance in 429. The 429 is actually in decent shape, so nice to add that to the collection. We have Earthworm Jim, issue number 2. Saw that on the wall. I was like, yeah, why not? Let's add that to the pile. Next up is a Mercy Sparks book from DDP Publishing. Then we picked up a Special Wizard with Witchblade because it was cheap and it's Michael Turner art. So glad to add it. And mostly, I guess it was cheap because it's got that rip there in the middle, but that's okay. It's Michael Turner art. Next up is Space Usagi number 1. I don't think that this is like volume 2, so this one isn't the one that's like got some value to it because it was like $3. That's kind of cheap. Francisco Francavilla, The Umbrella Academy, Hotel Oblivion. So this variant looked pretty sick. Gerard Way, of course, if you guys know, My Chemical Romance fame. Next up, I added this Scooby-Doo team up because it has Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn on the cover, and people love that. Adam Hughes on the Witchblade. Happy to pick that one up. Next up, we picked up an entire run, the 4-issue miniseries of Masquerade from Dynamite, because they're all Alex Ross covers. So I was like, you know what? Let's just throw this in. He didn't really have too much that I was really into that, because a lot of stuff I already have. Like, I'm not trying to, brag or nothing, but it seems that a lot of vendors have the same. I mean, everyone has the same stuff, right? So it's getting to the point now where like, yeah, I have this. So I'm only missing a few key things, and a lot of people don't have variants, especially the variants that I'm hunting. So next up, Jenny Frizen, Spitfire number 1, $10. I think this book is a lot higher than this. This is a hard, limited, or low print run book to find. So be on the lookout for that one in the future. Some Darwin Cook action. Batman, issue 37. Beautiful Darwin Cook. He did all these landscape covers for all the New 52 books. We picked up a J. Scott Campbell Storm X-Men Worlds Apart number 1. Then we have the first appearance of Ghost, issue 219. Ghost is one of the prominent characters in the new Thunderbolts movie, and she was also one of the lead villains in the second Ant-Man movie. We have a Mighty Thor issue number 1, the Fried Pie J. Scott Campbell variant. Captain America 333, the first appearance of John Walker. Next up, we have a Sky Doll from Marvel, issue number 1. And to finish off the variants, we have a Bee and Puppy Cats, because these Bee and Puppy Cat books from Kaboom are tough to find and they're worth some money. Oh yeah, last but not least, I did buy, forgot to show that one. I did buy this slab, a 9/8 J. Scott Campbell, Damsels #1. It's a low print run book. All right, real quick, let's show you guys what came in last week. I wanted to show you guys this too. So we have a new, I'm going to show you this in a second, but there's a the Luchaverse Catalyst book from Massive. It's a Rey Mysterio comic book that just came out about lucha and wrestling. So this is the championship gatefold cover belt that they did. Pretty sick if that was the actual championship belt. Then we have this beautiful 1 in 100 Ahsoka issue #1, even though it says $4 on it. It is not a $4 book. And then we have a Joe Quesada Phoenix #1 foil. Beautiful book. So, I was going to say that they damaged my books. So this one is the nice oh, actually, you can see it on the side. You see how there's like color rub there on the X-Men 97? So I ordered a second one because this one isn't a damaged one. But, oh yeah, it is. See how there's color rub on the side there? So this book was sitting on top of the blank. And because of that, J. Scott Campbell, X-Men #1 Psylocke here. Because of that, I asked them for a replacement copy. So they did. They sent me a replacement copy. However, you guys can't see it, but this thing is riddled in spine ticks. So it got messed up. So it's like, man, you sent me a replacement, but then it's just as messed up as the last one. So they also had to send me a replacement for this Alex Maleev Namor. And then here's a replacement X-Men 97 blank. Mark Morales was at the convention and he wasn't doing commissions. I brought a sketch, a blank variant, and I really wish I'd been able to get something from him. I wanted to pay him. We didn't make enough money. So let's quickly go over everything else that we have. This is the Judas Contract, first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing here. Tales of the Teen Titans 44. So we picked up several copies of that because the foil and that, beautiful. And there's a normal facsimile there. Here is another Ahsoka. This is a foil one. Then we have these awesome Zerti Zatanas, because I guess she's like featured in the Superman book here, issue #16. Frank Cho. This is oh, there are three of these, and then Pablo Villalobos. Like the Star Wars book, yeah, it's nice. We have the Garcia Lopez covers there. Got a couple of those. Let's see. The Robin Lives book, Mike Mignola cover there, because Mike Mignola did the covers for the original. And that was the Mignola cover, and then this is the cover A. So instead of Jason Todd dying, they did the what if he had actually lived and the fans didn't vote for him to die. Okay, this is easier now. Image book, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. It's awesome Elric cover here. We have All Winter, More Dark Knights of Steel. This is the foil version. I'll have to clean up because I got fingerprints on it now. Here's the Lucio Barrio variant. Heyo, Deadpool #1, 97 series gets a foil treatment. Facsimile. We got a couple of those. And we bought the normal one there. Next up, oh, you know what? I never changed. This thing's on a plague tale. That's okay. Doom #1, the second print. We have these awesome new Powerpuff Girl series, issue #1. So I wanted to show you guys that. I guess I only got the bubbles instead of Blossom and Buttercup. Here are the Phoenix covers. Here's Rose Besh. We picked up a Peach Momoko. It's the logo variant. And the cover A. I think that's Riki Yagawa. Oh no, Yasmin Putri. Excuse me, I got that wrong. Here's the book I was talking about, the Luchaverse book. Luchaverse Catalyst. So this is an homage to the Muhammad Ali versus Superman, which is pretty fun. So we bought a couple of those. Here's that Malieve book. And which one of these was the this one was the damaged one, so we'll remove that one. Here is a normal non-foil of that All Winter book. Really looking forward to reading that because Dark Knights of Steel was a fantastic read. Daredevil Swaby. Cold to the Lamb. Cobra Commander. Some Lobos Catwoman. Now this is like 2 weeks worth of comics here, guys. So David Nakayama. Here is Blood Hunters. Ooh, Biker Mice from Mars blank. So look at that blank wasn't dirty. So why was the other one dirty? I actually sold a Marvel Biker Mice from Mars #1 at the convention. It's the only thing that somebody actually bought towards the end. Unfortunately, it wasn't my copy, so somebody else gets all that money. Not I. World's Finest. Gotham by Gaslight 2. Some more Lobos. We got Ain't No Grave, Scotty Young. Some Avengers Assemble here for ASM 53, and it looks like this copy got chipped. Yeah, it's all damaged, man. What the hell? Well, this one's damaged too. Gabriel Del Otto. Oh man. Are these all damaged? They are in the same spot. ¿Qué pasando? Annihilation 2099, Star-Lord 2099. I think that's her first appearance. Same first appearance for issue #3, the Hulk 2099. And one more Catwoman there. Jorge Fornes. No, that's Scott Forbes. There's another pile over here, but I think we're gonna save that for another video. And here's some more of the Psylocke covers. At least these ones weren't the color rub didn't tag these ones. So that's it. I really just want to talk about the Big Lake experience, guys, and hopefully our next show won't be as bad. You know, we're trying, we're curating, we got a new game plan going forward. I think we're going to try to somewhat organize the dollar bins, which is such an undertaking, but I just feel like that's going to incentivize more people to really like try to dig a little better, and then just curate more in the, you know, price boxes. And see if we can't make deals where, like, look, listen, all this stuff is under FMV already, but we'll mark it down even further. We'll do bundles for the variants and so on and so forth. So, hey, if you got any suggestions, let me know. I'm happy to hear it. And thank you so much for tuning in the video. Do all that great social media stuff, guys. Love to have your support. Check out the website. Over 2,800 comic books listed on the website. Support the business. Thanks so much. Bag and Boredom. We out.